as I regroup a little bit from what just took place with Brandon Kirk and Colin West, unfortunately, Colin was rushed to the...
Let this touch the ground.
Unfortunately, Colin was taken to Robert Wood Johnson Medical Facilities in New Brunswick. So joining me on commentary for this triple threat UWA Elite Championship match is UWA Elite President Dave Swan. Dave, thank you so much for filling in for Colin. Please keep me up to date if you get any updates on his injury.
Yeah, well, you know, it's unfortunate what happened with Colin, and we're going to deal with that at a later time. But for right now, we have to focus on the present, and the present is the UWA Elite Championship match here at Brawl for It All 2018.
Yeah, these last two matches, this triple threat match and the Brawl for It All, are what set the stage for the main event of our season finale, Last Breath, on Saturday, November 10th, as the action kicks off. Joey Adams taking a rest already on the outside. TJ Blade and Bose started out hot, but the Wretched takes down the Real Bro with a vicious shoulder tackle.
Well, right now you're looking at three of the men who arguably have had the most impressive 2018. Any one of these three men walking into Last Breath as UWA Elite Champion is going to make for a big-time match at our season finale.
Oh, but Joey Adams gets intercepted into the floor. TJ Blade taking Bose down. Knee lift. Bose is one of the most difficult UWA Elite All-Stars to take off of his feet. Just the power, the height, the weight, just the intensity of Bose. That Iron Man title reign, I don't think that that's ever going to be broken with any championship here in the UWA Elite, as we have the first pinfall attempt.
Now, what Bose did with the Iron Man Championship this season and last season, you know, it was absolutely historic. And now, speaking of which, we have a new Iron Man champion, Nicholas K., crowned earlier here tonight.
I don't think anyone saw that coming. That was only Robbie Roller's first Iron Man title defense. But I think one thing that's getting left out today is all of the men that you've seen compete thus far tonight already have to also compete in the 30-man Brawl for It All match, and you got to think that the UWA Elite All-Stars that didn't have a match earlier in today are going to have a huge advantage going into the Brawl for It All.
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely going to be better rested, but the thing about the Brawl for It All is, you know, if you're well rested and you come in at number 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter.
Huge side slam. 1, 2, and then unfortunately you have somebody like Cypress who had to compete and has to come in at number 1. I do not envy that man, nor do I envy Joey Adams, who just got rocked in the face with some of the most vicious forearms in the UWA Elite.
Big knee to the midsection. Bose cutting off Adams now.
And here's one thing we haven't discussed yet. Jacob Tarasso and Christopher Powers at ringside on behalf of Joey Adams, and I'm sure they are not just there for emotional support.
No, absolutely not.
Big clothesline taking the champ off of his feet, but I mean, that's the problem or the advantage.
Exactly what we were just talking about.
But Bose taking his eyes off the prize. Joey Adams going for that spinning side slam. Oh, but Bose just too big to get off of his feet. Russian leg sweep by the anti-hero. 1, 2. Joey Adams using the no DQ stipulation of a triple threat match and taking the Severed out to ringside with him automatically gives him a huge advantage in this triple threat championship match.
I have a question for you, Aaron.
Shoot.
Riddle me this. what happens if Joey Adams is victorious here and either Powers or Tarasso are victorious in the Brawl for It All match later on tonight?
I think we're going to get a Kevin Nash, Hollywood Hogan, finger poking doom main event at last breath, if I'm 100% honest with you, Dave. Those men are so loyal to the guidance of Joey Adams as TJ Blade finally takes down the wretched Bose, but doesn't see the champion sneaking up behind him. Awesome fireman takedown out of that full Nelson.
TJ Blade and Bose are absolutely no stranger to each other, but that might be a minor statement compared to how well TJ Blade and Joey Adams know each other.
I mean, TJ Blade, we saw on the UWA Elite Facebook page and YouTube page, TJ Blade is so focused on getting his revenge on Joey Adams. It wasn't the fact that he cashed in, it was how he cashed in and what show he cashed in on. Felt like he spit in the face of Dynamite Davis and the Bro Team, Pat, by doing that. Oh! As Powers gets involved again.
Has to get control of the situation, but there's not really much referee Ryan T can do here.
Yeah, I mean, he can't disqualify Joey Adams. He can't kick out the Severed. His hands are really tied in a situation like this.
And now the three of them putting the boots to TJ Blade. Uh-oh, Bo's making his way.
Oh, he's had enough. Ooh, he has had enough. That is the last man that you want to see stalking you on the outside of a wrestling ring. You just see murder in the eyes of both. Well, it seems like Bose has solved the wretched problem. I mean, the Severed problem.
Yeah. That was a Freudian slip.
Whoa, small package. 1, 2.
Count it 2. I'll tell you what, Adams and TJ Blade might need to get on the same page and double team Bose. Because I don't know if one-on-one, toe-to-toe, man-to-mile, if either one of them can take out Bose right now.
And I feel like if Bose was able to win that UWA Elite Championship, that's a huge consolation prize to losing that Iron Man title. I mean, have you ever seen somebody regroup from a championship loss that quickly, go on to win a tournament, and then get a title shot?
No, I haven't.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bose defeated 7 men to win the Dynamite Davis Memorial Tournament. So defeating 2 here tonight is actually, the odds are much more in his favor here tonight.
Especially seeing that the matches he had to qualify in were all triple threat matches. Oh! Went for the top rope elbows, but TJ Blade got his knee up.
Yeah, there's no question that Bose has become very well versed very quickly in multi-type
One, two.
Especially triple threats. Oh, big knee.
1, 2, and Bose back up. Looked like TJ Blade was going to be able to kick out of that one anyway, but Bose can't leave anything like that to chance.
No, absolutely not.
No,
I don't want to risk anything when the biggest prize in UWA Elite is on the line.
Oh, the UWA Elite only solely behind the real bro TJ Blade, who needs to get back up to his feet. Bose backbreaker, 1, 2,
and a breakup.
Now here's a question that really only you, the UWA Elite president, can answer.
Okay.
Every other year at the Brawl for It All, if you were not successful in a championship opportunity, you got to compete in the Brawl for It All match. However, this year, the 2 men that lose this match do not get to compete in the Brawl for It All. They do not get a second chance. Was there any particular reason? Was there any particular reason that you chose this year to make that decision?
It's just that this Brawl for It All is the most stacked Brawl for It All in history.
Oh, spin outside! That's how Joey Adams won the UWA Elite Championship with Bose! Oh, has the wherewithal to crawl under that bottom rope.
And these men are receiving their shot at the championship here and we're giving an opportunity to 30 other individuals in the Brawl for It All match. It's just talking about the depth of the roster right here at UWA.
Speaking of depth, Joey Adams has that no-leaf clover locked in deep. TJ Blade is right in the middle of the ring. He might be forced to tap out. Oh, TJ able to roll him back over and send him into the corner. Not a lot of impact though. Still favoring that leg. Oh, wasted double arm DDT. McKinney capitalized.
Looks like Adams might be trying to roll out of the ring, but
oh no.
I don't know if he even had enough left in the tank to do that.
Bose goes up to the top rope. Top rope elbows.
And if somebody can make a pin right now on Adams.
Oh, UWA power! Oh, he's dead! Oh, whoa! I thought the Severed were done, but of course they picked their spot. That match was Bose's to win. Top rope elbows, eulogy pile driver, and it took the Severed sticking their nose into the... Oh, into Bose's business. I am so annoyed by this. I'm not a big fan of Joey Adams, but this is not how I want to see this triple threat match go down.
Oh! And now the two of them just holding Bose up. While Adams swings that steel chair.
What is he doing? Oh! Face! Oh my God!
Bose might be done. More than might be. I don't think Bose can move.
Listen, there's a big question about whether Bose is human or not, but the anatomy can only take so much punishment. But now the odds 3-on-1 against the real bro TJ Blade as he's trying to mount a comeback. Oh! And it seems like, got caught. That spin outside slam!
And that could be it.
Oh, come on. He got it.
UWA Elite Champion,
That was an absolutely embarrassing way to win this triple threat match.
The UWA Elite Championship is the most prestigious prize in the UWA Elite, and Bose may have spit in the face of Joey Adams, but it is Joey Adams who spit in the face of the UWA Elite Army and the UWA Elite itself by retaining his championship in that fashion. Dave, you're the UWA Elite president, and I can't imagine that's how you wanted to see this match go down.
It absolutely wasn't. Joey Adams once again proving to be the ultimate opportunist here at UWA Elite. And I'll tell you what, I'm not happy about this at all.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we might not agree with that have been taking place on tonight's show, but big thank you to UWA Elite President Dave Swan for filling in for Colin West on commentary. And you can keep yourself up to date on everything weekly and Thursday, 8 p.m. on the UWA Elite Facebook page when Colin West and Eric Corvus bring the UWA Elite Army All Access Live.